This is what a 27-year-old looks like, about to turn 28, and technically I guess already 28 in Vietnamese years. And why is my train of thought so weird, so smushed up? I'm in here and I just fuck. Hey, it's Nope, and back in the camper van right beside the table that I took out so that I could like try to make the most of the sunlight. And I'm sweating now. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the van that I'm currently in. The last video I was doing, I was still in this van except talking about another van, the Jucy van. And I guess let's get into it. First, I guess I'll give you guys a tour and then talk about what I like and what I don't like about this escape camper van. Okay, let's get to it. Here's the tour. This is the van, and this is the passenger side. And this is the driver's seat. Here are all of the consoles. And if you come in here, that's the back of the van. So here's the side of the van that you can get into. This is the bed, and there's a window on this side, and there's a window also on the door. And these are like push to open. And then we have our water bottles here. And here is the storage. That you can easily access whenever. Ugh. All right, cool. This is a kitchen. You have the sink, cabinets. Here is the stove that I don't plan on using, but it's nice to have. Free propane cans. We do have this fridge. Here is the sink. Awesome. And then you can put the water for that sink in from over here. Here is where to refill the water. And then down here is where we can dump the water. So this is what it looks like without the sheet. You got the two cushions here, and then this is the seat that folds down. What you want to do is take out the cushions. Oh, I've actually only done this once. Take this one. All right. Wait, no, table. This is the table. Push in the seat. This piece of very heavy and sturdy plastic goes underneath here. Oh. We have the bar for the table here. This. And one of the cushions goes underneath these storage things, and one of them goes on top. So let me just do that. But yeah, that's basically how you convert it from the bed into the seat. That was the tour, and I guess let's start off with the things that I liked. I love the size. After being in this van, the space really matters, especially when things are just so tiny. Once I'm in here, I don't want to get anything smaller than this. Although I know that I could go smaller than this, like the minivan, but this is just so nice. And so I'm in here and I just think about all the possibilities. Like, first of all, this bed is really comfortable for two. And then I think about where I could be putting my kitchen, and then there's actually space for me to take a shower. I'm like all living in the hypotheticals at this point, but that's that. I love the paint job. Each Escape camper van has a really unique paint job made by like an artist. I don't know, local artist? I'm not really sure. I love how cushiony the seats are. I think these are called like captain chairs or something like that. So I like that. What I don't like is that the setup of the bed, even though the cushions are so cushiony, they're 3 separate pieces. So if you're a dum-dum like me and I slept on the separate piece, during the night while I'm sleeping, the pieces shift around, so then there's holes in the bed. Not very comfortable, don't recommend it, but I fixed it, slept on the other side, it's great. Also really great is that a tip that I would recommend is, instead of going through those doors right there to access the bed, I would go through the passenger seat, because then I could just put my shoes right between those 2 chairs and then crawl to the bed. So tip for you. And also the size is beautiful, but that also means that I need to find a bigger parking spot, and here in Los Angeles parking is, and I already live in a pretty easy to park place compared to the other places that I've lived in. So also I think the table that Escape made was a lot more durable. So this is just a big fat piece. It's not even that fat. It's just a really thick, sturdy piece of plastic. Whereas Jucy had made it custom. This looks pretty custom too. But the table had this little lip on it, and the lip is thin and it chipped, and it just didn't do very well for my aesthetic. Probably a lot of others liked it. But that's the thing. Also, I really liked the curtain blind setup in the Escape camper van. No suction cups that fell down. It's just curtains that I pull from side to side. And also they were very generous on some sides with the materials. So I wasn't really worried about being seen. Although in the back, the 2 back doors, where there is more coverage, like not only are the windows tinted, but also they have like this screen on it, so it's really hard for people to see. The curtains back there are sparse, so technically people could look into it. I felt uncomfortable seeing like the little holes there, but it's cool. So likes and dislikes. Okay, also with Escape camper vans, I felt with Escape camper vans, they're trying to be more competitive, definitely a little bit more pricier than Jucy. So basically, Jucy had given us free miles and the kitchen kit, and I was just like, whoa, this is a great first camper van experience. And then I come over to Escape camper van, I'm like wowed by the paint job, I'm wowed by the size of the van, but there's like nothing in the kitchen. There's a sink and then there's empty shelves, and I'm just so devastated that the guy who rented the van to us was like, oh, you guys didn't pay for the kitchen kit, and I guess I'm gonna go and take it out. And I was just like, if it's already in there, just leave it in there. But I understand that they need to clean it and stuff after, and it's a liability and whatever. But he did give us some propane tanks that I didn't use. Wasn't planning to use a lot of the stuff anyways, but yeah, so that is basically all that I can think of right now. Escape camper van also sells their vans, I love it, for about $4,000 for 1 to 2, more like 200 to 300,000 miles. So a little bit different than Jucy, but you know, options. I love it. I love thinking about the fact that I like the possibility that I could buy one of these vans. I kind of really want to do my own, I want to like set up my own thing, but if I'm not going to do it, I might as well just buy one, right? Yeah, so what's next for me? Am I going to be renting another van? Hopefully not. I would love to buy a van that I could live in and just call my own, you know? I'm tired.